Sergey Nikolaevich Kovalchuk. He was in his early 40s and his passion, his refuge after shifts at one of Pripyat's industrial enterprises, was the night sky. Sergey Nikolaevich was a passionate amateur astrophotographer. He had an old but reliable Zenit camera with a good lens and a homemade tripod. Late in the evening of April 25, 1986, as on many other nights, Sergey Nikolaevich ventured to a small elevation outside the city. From there, he had a clear view of the stars, and of course the silhouettes of the 4 Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant reactor blocks, which glowed in the darkness like colossal spacecraft. He loved this view, this combination of human genius and the vastness of space. That night, he decided to try some long exposures of constellations that were just beginning to rise above the horizon. At approximately 1:20 a.m., he set his camera on the tripod, aiming it just above the horizon line, yet ensuring the general outline of the NPP was also in the frame, for scale, as he told himself. He opened the shutter for a 15-second exposure and stepped away to prevent any tripod vibration. He leaned against a tree, tilted his head back, and simply admired the Milky Way, breathing in the cool night air. Suddenly, in the midst of this profound silence, with his Zenit's shutter still open, the world exploded. First, a dull thud shook the ground beneath his feet. Then, a fraction of a second later, a deafening roar erupted, and above the 4th reactor block of the NPP, precisely where moments before only lights had been visible, a colossal pillar of orange and red flame shot into the sky, illuminating everything around with an eerie, spectral glow. It wasn't merely a glow, it was a roaring fountain of fire spewing concrete and metal debris. Sergey Nikolaevich squeezed his eyes shut in horror and then flung them open. He watched as a second, even more powerful explosion completed the destruction, ejecting something resembling a fiery mushroom cloud into the night sky, woven from blazing graphite and steam. He felt a hot gust of wind carrying a strange metallic taste. He didn't think about the camera. His brain, paralyzed by terror, commanded him to run. He grabbed the tripod and the camera without closing the shutter and fled, stumbling in the darkness towards the road leading to Pripyat. He developed the film only several weeks later, after being evacuated to Kiev, once he managed to retrieve his old developing tank and chemicals, which had miraculously survived. His hands trembled as he pulled the negatives from the developing solution. Most of the shots were overexposed or blurred, the result of his panicked flight. But one negative was clear. It captured the night sky, the outlines of trees, and this fiery hell. The flash of the explosion captured during the seconds the shutter remained open, recorded not only the moment of destruction itself, but also the residual light, creating the effect of moving, pulsating energy. The film's graininess lent the image even greater dramatic effect, making it resemble an ancient engraving plucked from a nightmare. Sergey Nikolaevich couldn't show this photograph to anyone. In those days, such a thing could lead to imprisonment. He hid it deep, carefully preserving it as a testament to what he had seen, and as an unbearable burden. He was the only person to have accidentally captured the very flash of the Chernobyl catastrophe. Only many years later, when the world had changed and the story of Chernobyl became public knowledge, did Sergey Nikolaevich, by then elderly and weary, decide to show this ghostly photograph to the world. It became more than just a photograph. It was a symbol of suddenness, horror, and unseen danger, captured by a miracle, defying all laws of probability. And every time he looked at it, he again felt that hot wind and the metallic taste on his tongue, remembering the night when the stars witnessed the fall of a man-made sun.